All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into our Find Your Roar series. My name is Ryan Cavanaugh. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Southeastern. Thank you all for joining us this lovely Monday afternoon. If you have any questions as you're joining us in our Find Your Roar webinar, if this is your first one or if you've seen all of these, if you're joining us via Zoom, thanks for joining us. You can look at the bottom of your screen as we'll be going over the Office of Student Engagement today. So if you have a question, if you're joining us on Zoom, go down to the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. You can ask us a question. If you're joining us on Facebook Live, you can put a question in the comments section. We'll get to that as well. So like I said, today we are focusing on the Office of Student Engagement. So with that, I would like to bring in one of my favorite people on campus, Ms. Marjorie Parker. She is the director of our Office of Student Engagement. And Marge, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Of course. So Marge, as we have some people still joining us, I want to ask you a couple questions, couple hard-hitting questions.
Oh,
I want to know your favorite spot on campus, your
Okay.
favorite place to eat, and your favorite Southeastern memory.
Ooh, okay. Those are all really good questions. But first, I'm going to just do a real quick intro of myself. My name is Marjorie Parker. I'm the Director of Student Engagement here at Southeastern. And you all will find out what student engagement does just in just a bit. My email address is on that page, as well as my social media handle. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you're more than welcome. So my favorite spot on campus, I don't know if y'all know this, but I also am very excited to be in the arts and be an actress. So Vining Board Theater in D. Vickers Hall is one of my favorite places on campus. I spent a lot of nights there, a lot of time there. And so that theater it just has so much character. And then my favorite place to eat on campus is the main dish, especially on Fish Friday.
Fish Fridays.
Yes. Especially on Fried Fish Fridays, plenty of choices. And let's see, my favorite memory, I said I have so many Southeastern memories. One of my favorites, I guess, is when I was named Homecoming Queen in 2009 here at Southeastern. That was one of the most unexpected moments, but so fun. And I just really had a good time. So I have many memories, but that's one of my favorites.
That's a good one. So Marge, thanks for joining us today. I'm excited. We have some students that are in high school, some transfer students joining us today. And so I'm really excited. Like we always talk about like admissions, scholarships, housing, but one of my favorite things about the college process, the college experience is getting involved on campus.
Yes.
And so we have some questions some students have submitted before. Like I said, if you have a question, feel free to turn it in. But if you want, you got a great team here and just let's get started with everything.
Okay, so I am literally nothing without these people that you see on the screen. This is what we like to call our pro staff here on campus. So you have myself as a director, my assistant director, I like to call her my right hand, Adana Kareed. She's awesome in our office. We have newly come into our office, Ms. Brendan Daigle, who is our Student Government Association coordinator. We have the lovely Maddie Hawkins, who is our coordinator for Multicultural and International Student Affairs. We have the awesome Zach Rogers, who's our coordinator for leadership development. And then we have Ms. Tekla, who is our administrative assistant, and she is amazing, just brings a lot of light to our office. So this is our current team. So I just have to put them in the file. I have to put them in any PowerPoint or slideshow I do, because without them, there would be no student engagement. So
that's right. You're only as good as your team.
So definitely.
So speaking of you and your team within the Office of Student Engagement, what exactly, as we appear to have lost Marjorie there for a second. So hold on just a second as we wait to get Marjorie back on. All right, as we wait to get her back on, let me tell you what, let's do this. All right, so as we try to get Marjorie back on, seem to have a bad connection. I do want to let all of you know that there's other ways that you can get great information here about Southeastern, despite us, a lot of us still we're learning and working remotely. Is you can go to southeastern.edu/connect. This is a way that you can get a bunch of more information, or you can learn about admissions. Hey, Marge, you back?
And I believe so.
Okay. Awesome. Let me get back to your screen there real quick. Okay, so what we were talking about is what you and your department have to offer on campus here at Southeastern.
So actually added some slides in so that we can kind of go through some photos of what we have to offer here. So I wanted to tell everyone what student engagement is Encompass. Encompasses 6 different areas. So we have Campus Activities Board, which puts on a lot of different events on campus, and we'll go over some pictures of those in just a minute. We have Greek Life, which is our fraternity and sorority life, so we'll talk about that. Leadership Development, Multicultural and International Student Affairs, our Student Government Association, as well as student organizations on campus. So all of those beautiful things becomes the melting pot of student engagement.
Okay, so within that, within student engagement, what sort of activities are even being offered on campus right now?
Okay, this is a question we get asked a lot, especially from people around Southeastern, of the community, and around, of course, higher education. Is what are you doing right now during COVID and during this pandemic? And we've been doing a lot. And so, if you just go to our next slide, we have our infographic just for September. Our Student Government Association, of course, has been going nonstop. They've been doing grant writing, passing bills. So they've been doing a lot of great things in Student Government Association. Also, they did a hurricane relief for our McNeese students. So they took over several pallets of water and different supplies to McNeese. So shout out to our Student Government Association for leading that endeavor. Also, we had over 500 students going to our Zoom for our anti-hazing prevention week, which we had an awesome Zoom session for that. And we had a great speaker with Campus Speaks. So we had over 520 students there. We had over 100 students for our MPAC, our informational for MPAC, as well as for our FSL. We welcomed over 50 men into our different interfraternity council organizations. For our Campus Activities Board, they did a don't stick to the pledge, do not haze activity in September. And then MISA did a signing savvy, which is for our hearing impaired students for just education. So we've been doing a lot of great things on campus, even in COVID. So that's just like a glimpse of September. So I'll kind of take y'all through what else we've been doing on campus. We've had our safe space training. As you see, that's our Zoom of the safe space training, of course, of the Zoom picture. And we had roughly about 80 people sign up for our safe space training. If you don't know what that means, that's a training for our students and people who would like to be allies of our LGBTQ population here at Southeastern, and be a safe space for students to come talk to them about any type of issues they may be having, and understanding the dialogue and the language, and as well as some of the trends in that community. All right, you can go to the next thing, Ryan. And we did something crazy this year and decided to do homecoming even during the pandemic. Once I'll just give another shout out to our SGA and our Campus Activities Board, because once we went to phase 3 of our COVID plan, we were able to have some in-person events. And I know our students were Zoomed out with different Zoom programming and different things like that. And I love that we still have that capability to reach them. But some people want to do things in person on campus. And so, of course, we had our homecoming court, our 2020 homecoming court. We were able to still put that on and had students run for homecoming court. So we had our presentation on that Monday of homecoming. So we can go through it, what that week looked like. Something really cool and something that's really different with planning events is making sure all students wear masks, making sure students are socially distanced. How do they eat? How do they get different things? And we decided to host a bonfire the Monday night of homecoming to kick it off, give some games, have some free t-shirts and some free food. And then a live band. Shout out to Tyler Kinchin and the Right Pieces. They were an excellent band for us for that night. On Tuesday, we had a movie night in Strawberry Stadium. If you've never been to Strawberry Stadium in the evening for a football game or a track meet or anything like that, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Great weather. And we had almost 200 students come into that. And we had to socially distance them with cones off on the field. But of course, Not look, you had me thinking about canes, Ryan. You
Hey,
talked
that's
about
an
free
idea
canes
for
earlier.
that's an
No.
idea for next year. You should have that social
We should
distance
have
with
free canes
canes.
for, yeah, 100%. And so the students watched a movie that they decided that they chose on Insta Story. So
Very
the
cool.
pacifier won. So that was on Wednesday, on that Tuesday night. Then on Wednesday, we stuck with a big tradition at Southeastern. It's called Gumbo Yaya. And if you ask some students what their favorite events are on campus, one of them is probably going to be Gumbo Yaya because you get free gumbo
Oh yeah.
on campus. I know you were missing that, Ryan. I'm sorry. I should have
Mm-hmm.
brought you some on North Campus. My bad. But that's hosted by our Campus Activities Board, and they had free T-shirts. Of course, we had Dr. Crane and our homecoming queen of 2019 cutting the cake. And they had a magician out there. So just some activities. Our homecoming core was announced out there again. So really, really great event at Gumbo Yaya, socially distanced. As you see, we had over 200 students socially distanced in Strawberry Stadium with lip sync. Lip sync is a great event for our students. They love to come out and support their homecoming themes, as well as kind of just perform and act silly on stage. And so we had a great time at lip sync that Thursday night. And then another huge shout out to our Student Government Association. We actually received 5,000 food pantry items
Cool.
to fill our pantry during homecoming week. So I'm very proud of them. And 5,000 items to go to our students in need. That's excellent. And finally, on Saturday, and I have a few pictures of this. We normally do a traditional homecoming parade with floats and cars and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, since we couldn't really do that and we had to have crowd control, we decided to kind of invert our homecoming parade and do a homecoming drive-through parade where we had different stations around campus. And for our homecoming, for our Spirit of the Southland band, we had our cheerleaders kind of telling people where to go, and we had a different route through campus. As well as we had, you can go to the next picture. We had different student organizations set up tents on the route, and people were giving out candy, socially distanced with masks on. It was really a good time. We had over 50 cars participate in our homecoming drive-through parade. And last but not least, we had our Homecoming King and Queen 2020 presentation in the University Center. Shout out to them at the University Center for helping us, and us also the Southeastern Channel for streaming this live for us. And there is our Homecoming 2020 King and Queen, Miss Destiny Richardson and Darnell Butler. So, and that's also our Dr. Crane and our Alumni Board President. So we had a really, really good homecoming, despite all the interesting things that COVID may present. So I was very, very impressed with our team and how we pulled that through.
Yeah, Marge, that
Yeah.
is a lot of really good stuff. And so, looking at it, even during all of this, there's still plenty of opportunities to get you out, get you connected, which is very important now more than ever. Yes. So there's so much out there. So I love this question. How easy is it, even with all this out there, how easy is it for students to get involved on campus?
That is a great question. Outside of just coming to our office, we're very open office. If you come in here and say, hey, how can I get involved? Any of our engagement ambassadors can kind of help out with that. But I wanted to highlight some events and some things. When you hear them, you can definitely get involved with them. And the first thing I want to highlight, and this is for our returning students and our current students, is called Lion Games. And this summer, we did a lot of research on gamification and how we can keep students connected, especially with us being part of the semester is probably virtual. I would say half of the semester is virtual. How do they stay connected with those activities? And Lion Games was something that derived from that. And you can go to the next slide for Lion Games and main experience. So we brought back main experience as well. Both of those are gamification models. And basically students have to go to certain events each month. And if they complete the amount of events they're supposed to go to each month and get the amount of points, they get prizes. And so that's what we want to show in main experience. And I'll show you the next slide with main experience has like a little animation of the different prizes that students can win throughout that month. And of course, they can get a huge prize at the end of the school year in April, and then recognize at our DSA convocation. So we have a good amount of students signed up for both main experience, which is really geared to our freshman students. So if you're a freshman who would like to be involved in the spring semester, holler at us, let us know, and we can definitely get you enrolled in main experience. And in Lion Games, if you would like to be a part of that in the spring semester, let us know. Those are really good models. We also have been doing our student organization leadership experience training series. So we've had trainings throughout the semester on, again, safe space, which had to be transitioned because of a hurricane. I know how much fun we've all had with hurricane breaks. We also had active assailant training with our university police department with our chief of police, Michael Beckner. Sports about Title IX, and then we'll have a free speech training coming up as well. So we've been doing that. So not only are you getting the fun side of it, you're also getting some training. We have our Miss Southeastern pageant, something that we weren't able to do this year was our Miss Southeastern pageant, and we're really, really happy to say that that's returning to the Columbia cool. January 22nd, 2021. We currently have roughly over 15 contestants for Miss Southeastern, which is amazing. And we see our two Miss Southeasterns, our former Miss Southeastern Chelsea Blanks and our current Miss Southeastern Janine Hatcher. They've been doing an excellent job of recruiting women to be a part of our pageant. And then we have our leadership luncheons, which is through our leadership office. And this is one that just passed with our Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Eric Summers. So those are virtual this semester. If you want to sign up, we have one more left this semester. It's about mental health and making sure that you are powering through the rest of your semester that didn't have too many breaks. And it had a lot of different unpredictable things going on. So we definitely want you to sign up for that. And that's in our link tree on our bio on Instagram. And if last but not least, we have a virtual high school leadership conference coming up on Friday, actually, this week. And we have several high schools around the area participating. If you still would like to be a part of the high school leadership conference, you'll have until Wednesday to sign up. And that's something else you can reach out to us about, or you can look up online. And register online, look up Evolve You. And you can definitely register online. It's only $15 this year, and it does include a t-shirt and other swag items. So definitely reach out to us for that.
So Marge, everything you say and I love, you have campus events, just for fun. You have campus events to help you grow professionally. Yeah. So kind of going to our last question, with all that you just said, and keep in mind, years before this, what are probably some of the most popular events that students enjoy on campus?
I think we have a taste of everything for all types of students on campus. And that's why I wanted to put this slide next. And in a traditional semester, we would have all of these things in person for the most part. But these are some of the events that we have in our Office of Student Engagement over the course of a year, actually. Some people are like, is this over the course of 5 years? No, this is over the course of a year. And again, we have something for everyone, whether it be a retreat to Strawberry Jubilee, all these cool events that we would like that we put on for our students. Meet the Greeks Fall Carnival Family Day. We have a ton of different things, and it's all about what you want. And we hope to kind of cover all the wants of our students and our families. So in addition to that, we also have over 100 student organizations on campus. So if you find nothing to do on this campus and you're like, I have nothing else to do, you and 10 of your friends can create your own organization. I know y'all telling them that all the time, Ryan, when you're recruiting them, but we have over 100 student organizations already listed on our website. Feel free to go check it out. And they're kind of listed as for service, honors, special interests, religious, sports. So professional organizations, please, we run a gambit, and they're all currently recruiting new members. So please get involved in that way as well.
Yeah, no excuses.
No excuses. I think we put this up here so that everyone can see our SGA leadership. We have our president, Loria Williams, our vice president, Darnell Butler, and our chief justice, Madison Sunday. They are three of the hardest working people on campus. And I know L'Oreal is one of the hardest working women on campus as she goes back and forth to Baton Rouge and different departments on campus, helping people out and definitely being a voice for our students. So they do an excellent job.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, voice for the students, because that's one of the great things about SJ, especially the people who are the officers this year, is they get to speak on behalf of the students, especially during a time like this where a student's voice needs to be heard more than ever. So you have some great officers that can help, just speak on their behalf.
Yes.
All right, talk about Greek life this year.
So Greek life, we have an awesome Greek life system here. We have some very, very strong student leaders. And we have three councils on campus. We have our interfraternity council, we have our collegiate Panhellenic council, and we have our national Panhellenic council. And all of them do exceedingly well. They also do very well with community service and philanthropy in their communities. Of course, their philanthropy can't really be off campus right now. So a lot of them been doing stuff on campus and trying to raise awareness for people in need. We have recruitment in the spring and in the fall. We have continuous open bidding for both our Collegiate Panhellenic Council and our Interfraternity Council. So they also have some of the highest GPAs on campus. So if you definitely want to stay involved and engaged, definitely go Greek. They're doing a really great job.
Very cool.
And this is just a couple of highlights for my multicultural international student affairs. And I really wanted to highlight our food pantry. Southeast is actually one of the first universities in Louisiana to have its own food pantry. And
Very
ours
cool.
is actually controlled by our Multicultural and International Student Affairs Office, as well as the Wesley Foundation. We have an excellent relationship with the Wesley Foundation. We're currently doing another drive for students who are preparing for the holidays, in addition to the 5,000 items we received from SGA. So we're really excited about that. Another opportunity for students to get involved is Project Pull. It's a mentorship program. And students are doing exceedingly well in there. We actually have a 100% retention rate for students going from their freshman year to their sophomore year in Project Pull. So we're really excited about that. And of course, our International Education Week is coming up next Monday, and we are doing that virtually. And you can check on our link tree for that. And of course, Black History Month in February. And I just talked about our safe space training that we do every semester. And I just wanted to put this on here for a quick plug. Follow us at Southeastern OSC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We also have a link tree on our Instagram that you can go to and definitely sign up for our virtual events and register for our different Zooms and trainings we have.
Well, I was going to say shout out to y'all because, Southeastern's core values is excellence and caring. And within every event, organization, program, especially within y'all's department, shout out to y'all because you really see those core values through Project Pool, Food Pantry, everything. So it's a lot of different resources for a lot of our students here on campus that you can't get at other universities. So, thanks for the work y'all do just to help out students, especially during, going to college is not easy, especially, I always tell students your hardest semester is your first semester because you're just not used to it. And especially during a time like this when some of it's virtual and you're not getting that college, normal experience that freshman year. Y'all are helping it be as normal as it can be. So kudos to all of y'all in y'all's department.
Thank you.
So it looks like some of the questions we had, you answered.
Okay, good.
So good stuff there. So if y'all have any other questions, you can visit southeastern.edu/connect. From there, you can sign up for more webinars. We have another one next week. You can check out what we're doing on social media. We have a Meet Your Recruiter today where you can see the life of one of our admissions counselors. You can look at one of our virtual tours of campus. You can always chat with your admissions counselor as well. If you do want to come to campus, we're hosting Destination Southeastern. This event, we have 3 of them in November. They're actually 3 consecutive days before the Thanksgiving break, where you get to come to campus, tour campus, tour housing, and then we help you with the college process. We help you apply. We help you with your financial aid. Help you with that enrollment process to, hopefully enroll you as a Southeastern student next year. You can check out some of these events. And then we're also hosting our academic discovery sessions. So we break these down by the colleges that we offer here on campus. So if you're interested in marketing or biology or education, you just register for that college. It is really nice because you get to meet with the deans, faculty, and really tour that academic building. So it allows you to foresee the classes that you could be in and get to know some of the faculty. And you also get to tour campus and tour housing, and we'll help you with any sort of admissions questions as well. But if you're watching, one of the best things you can do is take out your phone and you can text Lion Up to 58052. So text Lion Up to 58052 and everything you could ever need will be right there on your phone where you can apply, admissions, scholarship information, any virtual content. If you want to learn more about getting involved on campus is on there. As well as our virtual content and campus events. So text Line Up to 58052, and that'll take care of everything you ever need, and it'll be there right there on your phone. Of course, if you have any questions, contact your admissions counselor, any questions at all. Each of you watching today have an admissions counselor, so go to the website at the bottom, southeastern.edu/recruiter, and then it'll ask you a couple questions, and it'll show you who your admissions counselor is. And what's really nice is it'll bring you to their calendar, where you can schedule a phone call, a Zoom, a Google Meet in person. You just find a time to meet with them and they'll be happy to help you out, as well as our general contact information. If you'll have anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. We just want to let y'all know that even during all this, we're here to help, and we're here to help with the college process. So Stay tuned next week as we almost finish up our Find Your Worst webinar series for this fall. We'll talk university housing, so be sure to sign up and we'll be back next week. Marge, you're awesome.
Ryan?
Thank you so much for joining me this Monday. As everybody watching can tell, you're a very, very, very busy person with all the events you're throwing for our students. So thank you for taking 30 minutes out of your day to come talk to me.
Awesome. Anytime, Ryan. We're never too busy to talk to our students and connect. So
beautiful. Well, till next time, I will see you all next week on Monday for housing. And as always, line up.